Hello and congratulations on your selection to the NSCA Women's Committee Mentorship Program. We're so excited you've chosen to participate in our program, and we can't wait to begin getting to know you. In preparation for the beginning of the formal mentorship and your first meeting with your mentee, we prepared 3 training videos for you to go through. We feel that these videos will help direct your thoughts and intentions leading up to the first session, which we hope will set you on a course for the highest level of success within our program. So let's get started. In any relationship, trust is an extremely important factor. This is no different for that of a mentor and mentee. The very nature of a mentorship relationship allows both the mentor and mentee to practice building trust. That's right, it's not just about getting your mentee to trust you. You need also to trust your mentee. Specifically, for you as a mentor, it's important that your mentee trusts your judgment and your advice. Without a foundation of trust, asking for any kind of change from your mentee likely will not be effective. So how do we build trust in a mentor-mentee relationship? The first thing you as a mentor can do is to invest in your mentee. Yes, we recognize that you're already investing your time and your effort just by signing up to be a mentor, but our hope is that your investment won't stop there. Be curious about who the person in front of you is. Consider starting from a place of asking questions about them rather than telling about yourself. This shows that you care about getting to know your mentee. Focus on an 80-20 conversation approach, with the mentee being the 80%. There will be plenty of time for you to speak within this program, but early on, it's a good idea to let your mentee be the primary voice in the conversation. Try to avoid dominating the conversation with your own thoughts, and instead, practice paraphrasing what your mentee has to say, then build off of their responses with another question. As we mentioned earlier, while it's important that your mentee trusts you, we want to make sure that you feel like you can trust your mentee as well. One way that you can give your mentee an opportunity to build your trust in them is by choosing to share moments of struggle or challenge from your own life. It's important to have these moments of vulnerability. If you only ever tell your mentee about positive moments, you minimize the humanness of the relationship, which might make your mentee feel inadequate when faced with their own struggle in this process. With that in mind, it's a good idea to go ahead and reflect on specific stories or anecdotes that you would be comfortable sharing with your mentee. Make sure, though, that when opportunities to share from your own experience present themselves, you use them as a way to connect with your mentee, not as a way to turn the conversation's focus towards you. When meeting with any new person, especially in a virtual format, there might be some nerves or uncertainties for both yourself and your mentee. It's your job as the leader to make the conversation feel comfortable so that your mentee feels more confident in you and trustworthy of you right off the bat. The first thing you can do to bring a sense of comfortability to those early conversations is to be confident in your role. All mentees in our program signed up with a variety of goals in mind, but one thing that holds true for them all is that they are looking for a sense of guidance or advising from another woman in the field. As the mentor, it is your task to step into that role. In order to do that most effectively, we want to empower you to be confident in yourself. We hand-selected you to be a mentor within our program because we believe in your ability to make a difference. This same belief in yourself will go a long way in easing any potential nerves that your mentee might have and laying the groundwork for trust to be developed. The second thing we ask of you is that you be prepared for each session. That may look different each time, depending on if it's a one-on-one or maybe it's a group session. Either way, whether it be reviewing notes from your last session, looking over anything your mentee might have submitted to you, or simply getting yourself in the right headspace, it's important that you set aside time before every session to make any necessary preparations. A small thing you can do to make the conversation feel more comfortable is to start with a compliment. It's important to recognize the courage that it took for your mentee to sign up and commit to this mentorship experience. Acknowledging that this feat will not only bring a smile to your mentee's face, but it also shows them that they're already making steps in the right direction, which hopefully will mellow any early nerves. Lastly, in order to make the conversation as comfortable as possible, we ask that you be engaged in each session. In each meeting, your goal should be to make your mentee feel like they are the most important thing or person to you for that given period of time. The simplest way to do that is to limit your outside distractions. Try to find a quiet place to meet, put your phone away, and mentally lock into the session before you. Think of some of the best relationships you've been a part of, whether that be a friendship, a romantic relationship, or a work partnership. What are 2 factors that were present in all of those? We believe the best relationships contain both consistency and confidentiality. As the mentor, it's important that you're consistent in your effort throughout this process. One simple way you can practice consistency is by being on time for any meetings with your mentee. It's also important that you follow up on any questions, requests, or conversations in a timely manner. These both show a level of preparation and dedication that breeds trust. We touched earlier on the importance of vulnerability within a mentor-mentee relationship. As your mentee begins to trust you more, you may find that their level of vulnerability increases as well. In these instances, if your mentee asks that you keep certain bits of information to yourself, we ask that you follow through with that request. By doing so, you can begin to develop a deeper sense of trust from your mentee. Now that you've learned about practices that can help develop trust between you and your mentee, we want to conclude with a final reflection. Take some time to answer these 3 questions before moving on to the next video. What are my takeaways from this video? What information do I still have questions about? Has this video sparked any new questions or ideas that I should investigate further?